Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. Well, I think the majority of people, roughly 99.5 whatever percent of people worldwide know. You do not go to a famous person's front doorstep, stalking them and trying to get photographs. Recently, we've seen a few videos regarding the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall, and all these videos are showing that he's threatening people, he's telling them he's going to do this, do that to them. Well, Eddie Hall has actually come out with a response to all of this, and he's actually provided video proof that these people, they were stalking his house, stalking his wife, and basically trying to ruin their lives. So let's get into it. So this is the video. Eddie Hall's actually put out a 30-minute video, which is absolutely insane. But what we're going to do, we're going to watch it and see what happens and see what he's got to say about it, because this is one thing you just do not do, So.
Your daughter, Eddie Hall.
See, this is it.
See that? Scared Marnie then. I am. No.
So watch this now.
I'll rip you down. I'll twist your fucking head off. All of you get out. You rip your head off.
What the f***?
Right, we're going to stop it by there first of all. So, as you can hear, there's children in the back. The children start crying. There's 3 cars, and all these cars are people in with their kids. You can hear this one, the guy we're actually watching this video here, he's like, "Oh, did you see what he just did?" And remember now, in the UK, it's against the law to drive while operating a mobile phone. And so obviously straight away this guy's broken the law because of this. Now, obviously this video just went out there without Eddie's response and everything else. And these people, get this, they tried to file police charges against Eddie Hall. Well, this is what happened.
What the f***? Yo, he's mad. What the f***? Man, he just tried to grab me out the car.
See,
Yo,
they're
what
still
the
there. They're still watching.
He's just tried to grab me out the car. He's just tried to grab me out the car.
Don't
He
stop
come, I just
someone.
sat there on my phone. Scared Marnie.
Hey guys, hope everybody is well. Now, I am here today because I am having to defend myself through the shit-slinging match that's happening online at the minute. A video has been posted, as you've just seen, online that was basically the last 30 seconds of a total of 18-minute interaction. So as you can imagine, somebody came to my home, 3.
This is the thing. We know about these sort of things, and this day and age, people will do anything just to try and get a bit of traction online. This is exactly what they do. They're like, look, we'll do this, then we'll play the victim. We'll do all the harm. We'll make something dangerous. But if someone comes against us, oh no, we're the victim. And it's getting too much. And you can see why now. People are getting pissed off with it.
3 cars with blacked out windows came to my home, outside my house, beeping horns, revving engines, very loud exhausts, and basically sat there for a total of 10 minutes before Alex went out to tell them to go away. Very politely, I might add. They then moved from one side of my driveway to the other side of my driveway and stayed there for a further 7 minutes. Okay, this is after they've been asked to leave. And that's when I came out and look, they've been asked to leave politely, asked them again with a bit more frown to it, and they still stayed there for another 7 minutes. So I was in the garden, enjoying a nice fire with my son, smoking a cigar, pretty chill. I've just come back from a fight in Poland. I'm away 80% of the time. I don't live here. You know, I'm rarely here. I literally come here to see my kids. And I was in the garden, having a stogie with my son, just talking really nice things, you know? And then Alex sort of comes to me, tells me what happened. I look on the CCTV and they're still there. So I go down. I've got no intention.
That's the best thing straight away. He has CCTV of the whole incident.
Just to get these people to leave my property. I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to aggravate them. I don't want to upset them. I just want them to leave. I want to add that there are kids involved, and up until that last 30 seconds, I did not know kids were involved in the scenario. My wife didn't know there were kids in the car. All the windows are blacked out. No kids said anything. How would we know there were young children in the car?
Why would you bring kids? You know, if you're going to do something like this, why are you taking your kids with you?
We just didn't know. So
absolutely insane.
I want to go over the video itself, right? It just shows me blowing up a blue BMW driver who is literally parked literally 5 meters from the entrance to my property, and I'm just telling him to leave. You know, I'm just like, I don't want to hear anything they've got to say. You've been asked to leave politely. You've been asked to leave with a grunt. Now just fuck off. Just get the away from me. Get away from my property. Get away from my family. Just fuck off. I don't want to hear what you've got to say. It's 9 p.m. on a bank holiday Monday, but a lovely weekend, and then these people come decide. And
9 p.m. in the evening. Again, you could be like, you know, you can tell how young the children are because they, you know, they're crying. They sound like they're under the age of 5. What are they doing out of that time? You know, you probably will get some people like, well, my kids stay up to this late, blah, blah, blah. My niece, my friends, all the kids and everything else, they're all in bed, if they're under the age of 5, by 7, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock the most. Now, why are you out with your kids that time of night? And why are you literally hanging around someone's house? Why? You haven't been invited. You're not welcome. What makes you think it's a good idea to go and do this? I really don't get them.
And ruin it for everybody. Okay? So, I'm telling this guy to f*** off, and this last bit of interaction looks bad at first face value. It looks really bad, okay? But when you get the context to it, you'll understand why. So, I'm telling this guy to f*** off, just get away from my house, get away from my family. You're scaring my kids. They're in bed. You know, they're looking out the windows. Why is the cars there, sat there with blacked out windows, revving their engines? Just go away. I've got no interest in what you've got to say. He then says something like, look, I just want to get a picture of my kids. I'm like, I don't care, mate. I don't care. Just f*** off. Just f*** off. And he says, you're upsetting my kids. And you can hear in the video, I was like, what about my kids? You know, you want me to respect your children's emotions, respect my children's emotions. Just f*** off. And then he starts creeping away. And as he's creeping away, he looks at me and he says, I'm going to knock you the f*** out. And of course, after an 18-minute interaction, I'll prove it with the CTV in a second, you see red. You know, I'm protecting my kids. I'm protecting my family.
You can see in that video there, he's driving off and stopping. It's like, well, what are you doing, mate? And like Eddie said, if this guy did say to him about, oh, I'm going to knock you out, get out the car then. Get out the car. You're literally arguing with a man who could literally rip your limbs off. This guy is the world's strongest man. And as you can see here, he normally weighs about 340 pounds, 350 pounds. In the UK, that's like 25, 26 stone. That's huge. And when you look at it, it's not fat. It's muscle. This guy won the world's strongest man, so he could literally rip you limb from limb. What makes you think you're going to say something like that and drive off? Again, we know why. It's to get a reaction, which is exactly what they did. But, like Eddie is saying, he's got CCTV and he's got it all and he proves it. Why would you go to someone's house, oh, and you want a photo? What makes you think that you're invited to get a photo? Why would you turn up to someone's house at 9 o'clock at night to get a photo?
You don't say that to someone when they just want you to leave their property, man. So I blow up, you know, get out the car, I'm going to twist your head off, all that kind of thing. And then on that last bit of the video, I could see the guys filming me through his window. So I ran towards the car just to grab his phone, just to throw it in a bush or something, you know, just to be like, f*** off, man. And I didn't get a hold of him. I didn't get, you know, I think I clipped the side of the door with my hand. Just didn't manage to get a hold of the guy at all, unfortunately. And then he continues to film as he's further down the road, film me, you know, my Crocs came off. I didn't have them in sport mode. Well,
That's the
back
problem.
of the Croc, you could put the thing down and go in sport mode. I didn't have that set, so my Crocs fell off my feet. Luckily, I didn't fall on my face or anything. But yeah, and he continues to film. You know, I mean, I will add, he's filming whilst driving, and I know for a fact he didn't have a seatbelt on. And you know, he claims that. I'll go on the next comment here. He claimed that this is from Callum. I'm not going to say his second name. I'm going to blur his second name out because I don't want this guy to get harassed. I don't want this guy to get people, vigilantes, to go into his property, beeping the horn, offering him out for a fight. He's got kids. I don't want anything to happen to this gentleman other than this response video, just to clear my name, just to squash his...
That's the problem, though. This guy has done this, not Eddie now, first of all, this Callum guy. He's posted all of this, and he's like, yeah, look what I've done. Oh, he's threatened me. He's made my kids cry, this, that, and the other. Well, literally, as Eddie just said, what would you do if it happened to you? You know, you don't know these people. They come outside your house. They're beeping the horn, revving their cars. What are you going to do? You know, if you've got little kids as well, you know, and they're trying to go to bed, trying to go to sleep or whatever, why are you outside someone's house you don't even know asking for a photo?
Accusations. So this is what he wrote when he posted that video that we've just seen on his Facebook. This accumulated within an hour, 2 hours, 1.5 million views. It was going viral. And you can imagine me sat there at 10 o'clock at night watching this video get posted. Everyone's blasting me. Everyone's calling me every name under the sun, saying I'm disgusting. How dare you react like that in front of children? But let me give it all context in a little bit. So, Callum writes, Big Eddie, I'm going to read it in my English because his English just is terrible. Big Eddie Hall coming, smashing our cars and punching me in the jaw and scaring our kids for no reason at all, damaging the cars. We were nowhere near his house, or the house. And then I think a bit of his backstory, trying to defend himself. We went to a local pub. To Eddie Hall for my cousin's 10th birthday in hopes to catch him there. Then we took him to show him where he lives. What a day. A 10-year-old's birthday. And then he's put, not to mention the stress caused to my missus, who is 37 weeks pregnant. Okay, let me prove what actually happened and then we'll come back to this. Okay, but he's saying I punched him in the jaw and smashing the cars up. Did you see any of that in the video?
No.
And you can clearly see as he's driving off, if I'd have hit that guy in the jaw, I think he would have said, ow. You know, I think he would have been like, oh, you bugger, or, you know,
not that he'd be out.
Kind of reaction.
He'd be smacked out on the ground.
I did not touch the guy whatsoever. So we can clearly say, you know, he's smashing the cars up and I've jawed him. He's a liar. First off, he is a liar. He's trying to suit the narrative to suit his objective, which is to make me look like a
yeah, make it look even worse than what he is.
At first, let's just move on to some of the comments. I didn't manage to get many comment screenshots because the video's been taken down. I think he removed it for all the backlash he was getting.
Good.
But there's a lady here. I'm going to put it in proper English because it seems that people and his associates cannot spell. I'd call the police. Who does he think he is? That's disgusting with children in the car, for fuck's sake. What a prick he is. So it gives you some idea. That's just like 2 or 3 comments that I managed to sort of screenshot last night. But the comments were going off. Every single comment was, what a bell end, roid rage, fucking disgusting behaviour.
Roid rage.
I hope he gets jail time for this.
Not going to.
He just horrible things. People saying horrible things about me, just jumping to conclusions, not having the narrative to the story at all. So he's basically said, and let's just find his comments, right? So, okay, so let's go. So he's replying to someone here. So he's replying to someone, Jake Skies. Jake Skies has nothing to do with this. We had a meal at a local pub in hopes to bump into him as it's the little lad's 10th birthday. We then went to his street, maybe 2 doors up. 2 doors up. We'll get to that in a second.
Have you seen the size of Eddie Hall's house?
Would understand if we were causing trouble, but sat there minding our own business. Okay, I think it's time we jump to the CCTV. Okay, so this...
Here we go.
So this is at exactly 8:30 p.m. I'll show the timestamps in a second. 8:30 p.m.
down a little bit,
outside my
movable,
house.
yeah.
So you see the car, a blue BMW X5, drive past my house. Okay, there's the timestamp, 20:30. Then followed by a black BMW, and then if you look on the left here now, a silver Ford Focus, I believe, pulls up outside my house. Now, that's innocent at first, isn't it? But wait, okay? So the silver Ford Focus parks directly opposite.
Breaking the law as well, because he's parked on the
two cars
pavement.
that went past turn around and come back. This gentleman decides to get out of his car.
Why?
Check something in his back seat. I can't see any kids there.
Here we go.
But either way, he's got smoke windows, so how would I know? Blue BMW X5 parks outside the entrance to my property. So if you wanted to get in or out of my property, you couldn't. It's blocked. Okay. Followed very shortly by the black BMW, pulls up behind the blue BMW. So as you can imagine, Alex noticed this straight away. She's putting the kids to bed. She's in the bedroom. She sees that he's the engine.
The worst thing is with this, they are literally blocking the road. They're blocking the road. They haven't pulled over. Like I say, the silver Focus here in the UK is illegal to actually park on the pavement. You can actually get fined for doing this. And as you can see, the blue X5, it's literally in the road. It hasn't pulled over or pulled onto the drive or anything. And the black BM behind him is literally in the middle of the road, blocking the way.
Engines. Looks out the window, there's beeping going on, and she sees these three cars. Okay, watch this gentleman now. He walks around, he veers into the property.
Why?
I mean, that's quite intimidating, isn't it? Three blacked out cars turn up, someone comes and leaks into your property like that. What the f*** would you think? He then goes and talks to the owner of the blue BMW. So this happens at 8:30 p.m. Okay? Engines running, beeping, cars coming past, squeezing in between the cars. He's left his car door open, the silver cars. People are coming past, they're beeping the horns. They're waking my kids up. Right, so we're going to forward to... Okay, so we're going to forward to 20:39 p.m. Okay? Look at the car, the silver cars turn round. So this is 9 minutes later. The gates are opening. Alex
double parked as well
to have a word. And so Alex goes out with the dog, rightly so. You know,
Good.
Three cars, blacked out windows, people veering in the gate. You don't know what the fuck they want. So Alex goes out with the attack dog, who, by the way, is very highly trained and 1 point and a word. Good night. So she has a word with these people, and from what she tells me, that unfortunately there is no audio on this section. It's too far away and they're too quiet. The only audio we capture is from the front door for recording conversations with people on our doorstep. Okay, so she goes out and she explains to them that, look, you know, we understand your fans. We get people parking outside our house all the time. We had 2 other incidents earlier this day. Luckily, we just say, look, it's a private home, leave us alone. They go. No qualms. They just understand. You know, you say it and they're like, sorry, bye. These guys didn't want to leave. Okay, so Alex goes out, she explains to them, you know, come on, like this is like my kids are trying to get to sleep. You've been out here 9 minutes. You've been revving your engines. There's been cars beeping. Can you please leave? Can you just move on, please? Okay, and apparently the woman was quite argumentative. Just saying to Alex, like, this is a public road, we'll sit where we want.
Oh, I see.
Blah. So Alex then comes back in with Wolf, as you can see here. Okay, so 2040. So they've been sat outside the house exactly 10 minutes. Alex has had a word. She starts walking back in.
Window up.
We thought, you know, you go down and have a nice word, very polite. We thought, Alex thought they'd move on, you know. Done. They'll understand, it's a private home, don't harass us here. We're going to swap angles in a second. Okay, so on face value, it looks like they've moved away from this angle, but wait, there's more angles, just wait, okay? So Alex up the steps, and this is where we've got audio, okay? This is the only audio we've got recording outside. You can't
when
hear
you look at that, the BM's like, oh, I'll just try and get out of the camera's view.
We have got cameras, so we will be taking your edges. Keep moving. It's a public party. Yes, I know, but you're sitting outside our gates like a weirdo, look. Move on.
So Alex quite clearly says, we will be taking your edges, keep moving. Now look at the response here.
It's the fact the woman says, no, we'll stay. You got kids in the car. You are putting your kids in danger. Now, to be honest with you, what I would have done if this never happened, obviously the wife's gone out with the attack dog, then you go out, and if they don't do anything, I would have called the police, because then, again, you can actually get them done for harassment and stalking. But the thing is, though, is when they all start recording like they have done, it's like, well, we got you on CCTV, we got you on everything. And these jokers think, oh, we got the right, it's a public road. Yes, it is. But the thing is, though, the police are called, you would have to move on because you are harassing people. I don't understand why they just think they can do this. I really don't.
The yellow writing. It's a public path. We can do what we want. Yes, I know, but you're sitting outside our gates like a weirdo. Move, love. Move on. Rightly so. It's f***ing weird. Who the f*** does that? Who the f*** does that? How intimidating is that? It's this that triggers me. So Alex has obviously had a quiet word down there. They've moved to the other side of the gate. She's come up. She's got more like, come on. She just wants to go in and relax, put the kids to bed, sit down, have a cup of tea and chill out. Okay, bank holiday Monday, 9 o'clock at night. What's her response? No, we'll stay. Okay.
Makes you think.
Timestamp, bottom right there, is 20 to 9. Now you can see the cars. It looks like they move away, but we're going to swap angles now. You'll see in a second. So this is moving away from the property. 2 doors down.
Literally, look at it, double parking and everything.
Quite big houses on the street. And if they were 2 doors down, they would be literally 100 metres down the road.
Yeah.
That's what he said in his comment. They were 2 doors down. Sitting outside the gate, other side of the gate. Okay, so you can see the blue BMW X5 is just parked just the other side of the gate. The Ford Focus, silver Ford Focus, is parked in the middle of the road, and the black BMW is just in front of the blue BMW. Okay, so this is at 20 to 8. So let's see how long they wait outside the house even more. Okay, you can see here 20:47. So they've been sat on the other side of the gate for a further 7 minutes. Now this, at this point, I am sat in the garden
as well
with my son, just enjoying a fire pit, and I was getting ready to go pretty soon, you know, and I've got to go work. And she comes and explains to me exactly what happened. She came and asked them to leave nicely. She told them to leave a bit more abruptly, and then they sat outside the house for a further 7 minutes. I check the CCTV very quickly. I see what's happened. So I go down, no nonsense. I'm not there to have conversations. The black BMW in front of the blue BMW, I just go straight up to that car and I say, look, buddy, I don't care what you're here for. You've been asked to leave. F*** off. I don't.
That's literally all you gotta do.
He tries to argue with me about something. I can't remember what he said, but the door opened and it was like, I was just like, mate, like second warning now. If there's a third warning, it's going to get nasty. Just f*** off. I closed his door. I then walked towards the silver car. And as I'm walking towards the car, I'm like, mate, just f*** off. Now, as I do that, he actually is like, okay. And he moves and he parks adjacent to the black BMW. So he moves in front of the blue BMW to the, like, parallel with the black BMW. I then, as you can see in the video, walk up to the blue BMW X5, and that's when the altercation starts. So I want to talk about that conversation.
That's when they start recording it all.
You've got to bear in mind, they've been outside the house at this point. Let me just forward on here. 20:47:43. So nearly 18 minutes. At this point, they've been outside my house 18 minutes, and you can see that blue BMW is still sat there, and that's when I'm having this. Still
on his brakes as well. So they are in gear. The car's in gear.
So, and again, I just don't care what they've got to say. It's 9 p.m. at night. I just want to switch off and relax and go home. I just say to the guy, look, I don't care what you're here for. Just off. And he's like, what? I'm like, mate, just off. You can see the aggression in his face. He's proper like scowling at me, like, just like, how dare you talk to me like this? And I'm like, mate, I don't care what you're here for. Just off. Just drive away. Just leave me alone. He then goes on to say something like, I just want a picture with my kids. And that's when I clicked that there was kids in the car. That's the first time I knew that there was kids in the car. And I was
insane.
Like, I don't fucking care, mate. What about my kids getting all stressed out watching strangers lurk around their home? So I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. What about my kids? Just fuck off. I think I kept saying it 3 or 4 times. Just fuck off. Just fuck off. Just
leave.
And
all
then
you
he
got to
starts
do.
to crawl away very slowly. He's got this horrible mean look on his face. And he went, I'm going to knock you out. And I just saw red. I'm sorry. I saw red. Someone, he's been at my house. He's been outside the property 18 minutes. Harassing us. There's harassment. Stalking. Revving engines. Beeping horns. It's just, come on, man. You don't do it. I was so angry. And when he said that to me, I'm going to knock you out. I was like, come on then. Get out of the car. And obviously I saw red. I chased him a little bit. Well, not chase, I walked after him just to make sure they'd go. And then I turned to the black BMW, which is the one who was filming, Callum. Saw he was filming, and I thought, oh God, the bastard. So I ran at him. I was just going to grab his phone and throw it in the bush. That was my intention. Didn't want to hurt him, didn't want to damage the car or nothing. And I ran at the car, and I didn't even touch the car. It was literally like he just sped off.
Didn't even punch him either. So it's like,
they continued filming me from up the street. Saying
it's the fact that this guy has said, oh, he punched me in the jaw. Where's that being in the video? He doesn't even get to you. So again, it's just showing that these people, they just want to cause trouble, and it's like, mates, come on. And to be honest with you, you know what? The way they're acting as well, it's like, well, have you had a drink? You just said that you've been to the pub. You never know. Yeah, it's so many things with this. And when you say online, oh, this happened, he did this to me, then this, and there's actual footage from all angles and none of that happened, it's like, mate, you're literally living in Walter Mitty land, you really are.
Upset the kids, and I've tried to grab him, and all sorts. So it's just bullshit, man. Like, that's the truth. That's what happened. You can see by the conversation that Alex had with them, it was just like a f*** you attitude. We're here.
Disruption.
We're not leaving. Come on, 9 p.m. night on a bank holiday Monday. Okay, I have an interview with the police tomorrow on this matter, and this is after he was saying to his pals that basically I'd hit him in the jaw and damaged his car. Just complete lies. And then I think this Jade, can't say the second name, I'll blur the second name out. As for beeping whores, none of us beeped other than a car that went past us. I mean, that, like, even if it was just that, right? You are blocking the road, your car's
exactly.
open, you've got double car on one side, one in the middle, one's got the door open, cars are coming past beeping the horns. That's causing a disturbance. That's waking up the kids. Even if it was that once, which it wasn't, it was more than once. Okay, we didn't come to cause a nuisance. As a family, I wouldn't like that my son was hoping to bump into you several times at the local pub, Seabridge, but you weren't there. And by off chance, checked to see if we saw you. Why not approach with manners rather than biting? He watches your videos all the time, come across as people's idols. Wow. Well, firstly, Jade, I want to massively, and I mean massively, apologise for upsetting your children. I don't condone that. If I knew from the instance that there were kids in the car, I would not have acted that way in a million years. But I didn't know that. I thought it was 3 cars full of people just harassing me. I didn't know that. So I am sorry. I did not mean to upset your children. And to be honest, I didn't mean to upset you guys. I just wanted you to leave me the f*** alone. If you want to get a picture
problem,
with me,
though, isn't it?
I'm out in the street loads, and I never say no to kids. Never. And you've got to appreciate, you think you're the only people to come to my properties and ask for pictures and autographs? Do you think you're the only ones? Because you're not. You are the 3rd person that day. So put yourself in my shoes for a split second. You're sat at home, you're watching TV, your kids are in bed, and someone comes up outside with black windows beeping the horn. 3 cars, in fact. Sat right outside your house, beeping the horn. Car engines revving.
It's the way that she says it as well, though, like in this here. Oh, as a family, I wouldn't like that. So what makes you think that you can go and do it to someone else?
Outside, you ask them to leave. They don't leave. What would you do? What would anybody do in my circumstances? I am only a human being at the end of the day.
It's absolutely crazy. It really is.
Everyone's got a limit. And I'm afraid through everything that my family have been through, that go through on a daily basis, we've had enough. No one is welcome at my home. I've made that clear on my social media several times over. People come to my home, I'm sorry, you're going to get told to leave. No questions. I'm not doing pictures, kids, adults, infants, babies, old people, I don't care. This is a place of peace. This is a place
if you see
where
him outside,
my family
maybe, you know,
to feel safe. You are not breaking that peace for my family. You're not doing it. I'm not going to allow it. So this response, I am sorry for, but you were asked nicely. It was justified. I stand by my actions. I don't
damn right. I think everyone does.
Children, but I stand by my actions. If it happened again, I would do exactly the same again. If I knew the kids in the car, I wouldn't have acted like that. I want to make that clear. You have tried to paint me as a thug, as someone who is a bully, as someone that just has no emotions, that just doesn't care about children. You have defamed me by what you've done, by posting this video and these comments online. It's defaming. And the newspaper outlets grab it and they circulate it.
That's
and people
the
have
problem.
their opinions. And looking at the comments now I've put a few statements out.
That's the main problem. When you see all of these newspapers grabbing it and they're like, oh my God, Eddie the Beast, look what he does, upsets kids and all that. And technically as well, if he wanted to, he could actually sue those newspapers and win because he has all the evidence. Or he could just tell them, like, right, you don't take these down, I have all the evidence, you are wrong. And they'll probably go, all right, yeah, sorry. They'll just do a little sorry thing in the paper and that's it. But like Eddie says, you don't go to someone's house. If you do not know that person and you're beeping, we want a photo. Sorry, do I know you? You know, if you're famous, it's like, right, this is my home. You do not come to my home. If you see me out in the street or in shopping or wherever, yeah, you know, if someone's in a good mood, yeah, we'll take a photo. Even when people are in a bad mood and they are famous, they're like, okay, yeah, great, have a photo. Yeah, mate, cheers. You saw John Cena do it in London a couple of years ago when this guy just started recording him and he's like, what are you doing? He goes, if you were respectful, you came up and asked for a photo or something, then I would have done it. But why are you recording me? No, you know, it's that sort of thing. But I just don't understand how this person, this woman as well, she's like, oh, no, this is what we did. We came here. I would never want this for my family. So what makes you think it's good to go and do it to someone else?
It's pretty good, you know, people are sticking up for me. But there's always those that don't understand the situation, that won't read my response, that won't read the context to the video. They'll just see Eddie Hall threatening to rip people's heads off for innocently sitting outside the house with kids. That's how you put it. And it just paints me as an ogre, and it's not fair. You people are the ogres. You people need to learn the lesson from this, not me.
Need to learn manners.
Leave my family alone. I feel like I need to really emphasize the stresses and strains that this has on a public figure's family. Now, for instance, if I take my kids to an amusement park, we haven't been for years, by the way, because of this, every 2 steps, someone asks for a picture. It's for that individual person in their head, it's like it's completely innocent.
It's harmless.
They probably feel like they're the only person asking, but they're not. It is literally every 2 steps. And if I stop and do one picture, they just queue up. And you think about that, like I couldn't really care, but think about that from a kid's perspective. You go to an amusement park and you've got to sit or stand there and watch your dad do pictures all day. That sounds great, doesn't it? The effect it has on my children it's quite devastating. And you know what? I don't really give a what people think about me. Like, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. Like, I have brought this on myself. I am in the public eye. I won the World's Strongest Man. I've done a lot of YouTube videos. You know, I'm very well known. I literally cannot go anywhere in the UK and most places in the world without getting stopped and asked for pictures and autographs, which is completely fine. But you got to think it from a kid's perspective, and that's where it just gets really sad, right? Like, dealing with that shit. Like, my kids just want to go to bed. You know, it's one of the most important things for kids is sleep, and you are disturbing their peace. You're taking away sleep from my kids, my son, my 2 daughters that live here in this house. And that's just not okay. There was an instance, this literally last week, where the kids were in the garden and someone flew a drone literally 5 meters above the property, circling the garden, circling the house. And my daughter will not go out in the garden now because someone was flying a drone in the garden. So she is that shit scared. She will not go outside. And again, like, I've asked for this in a way, like, hold my hands up, but the family home is a no. Like, it's just torturing the kids. It's just not fair. Shit like that last night.
It really is.
You gotta look at it from the kids' perspective, guys. I can't do anything. I can't take my kids to the park. I can't take them for swimming. I can't take them out for meals because I just get harassed that much. And when I do, I literally every 5 seconds have to say to people, I'm with my family today. Everyone's fine with that. Like, it gets irritating, but it's at least, you know, it's like they listen, they move on. It's still an irritant. But think of that from a kid's perspective. You go out for a family day out and someone comes up to you every 5 seconds. You're having a picnic on a grassy area. Yeah, and someone walks up, oh, can I have a quick picture with you?
Trying to have a nice day.
You walk in to get an ice cream, can I have a picture? You walk in, you're sat having a meal. You're all sat there having a meal, putting food in your mouth. Do you mind if I get a quick picture? It seems so innocent, but it just destroys our lives. It's just, there's nowhere where this is okay. It's just not.
This day and age as well, it's a lot more than what it used to be. Mostly because obviously now we have these. We have our phones, which literally straight away you go, oh, look at this. I'm gonna record you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a photo. Yeah, it's back in the day. Like, so I remember one instance that I had with the wrestler Taz. This was in 2002, and I saw him at Disney World in Florida, and went up to him and I saw him, and let's say obviously from the UK and everything. I was like, oh great, hello, you know, love you, love ECW, loved all of this. Loved him on commentary. And like, do you mind if I get a picture? He went, and he said, he goes, I'm with my kids. I was like, no worries. Me and my dad were like, yeah, okay, no worries. Totally understand. Literally, done a fist bump and went. That was it. And I could see what, like, oh, you know, I wasn't like, oh no, I want a photo. It's like, literally, like, okay, you know, sorry to have bothered you. That was it. But now, this day and age, you can literally just walk by and, you know, take photos. You can record people. And there's a perfect example of that is, recently, someone done it to KSI, the Sidemen, and I can't remember where they were. I think they were in Portugal. I'm not too sure. And there was a guy walking by, and he's like this. He's recording him, and he just looked at him and he goes, "Your flash is on." And the guy was recording him with the flash, and he's like, "Oh," he went, "Oh, look at," and he just ran. It's like, come on, I totally get what Eddie's saying. Do not go to their house. That is the main thing. Do not go to someone's house and just stay there, hoping that they're going to come out and be like, oh yeah, you want a photo, mate? Yeah, no worries. It's like, this is my home. Leave me alone. You know, and like the says, oh, don't, you know, we're not going to go to your house and do it. It's absolutely insane that these people think, though, that they can just pull up outside someone's house who doesn't even know them and just harass them.
Okay, it's got to stop, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop now. Really has. I'll tell you how bad it gets for me, right? So, literally the other month, well, I said the other month, quite a while ago, Alex miscarried. Okay, we lost our baby.
Don't say
and as
people.
I'm walking out the hospital, okay, someone asked me for a picture. I said, not today, mate. Call me a prick. He went online, posted online. I said, he'll look for a picture today. He's too big time, wouldn't do a picture with me. What a prick. And it's like, I can't even lose a child. I can't even lose a child without someone coming and ask me to stand there and smile for their fucking precious picture for Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It haunts my life. And then you get f***ers like this that just think it's okay to come and f***ing harass you any day of the f***ing week. Whenever it pleases them, on their time, not yours, on their time. I'm genuinely sorry I upset your children. I'm genuinely sorry for anyone I've ever upset for saying no when I'm with my family or at home. I am genuinely sorry. But everyone has their limits. As you can see, I am a human being with emotions and feelings like everybody else. So please respect it and respect other people in my position. Thank you for watching. Big love to Beast.
It's absolutely disgusting. It really is. And as you can see, you know, like you were saying at the end of how bad it gets. Outside of a hospital, this guy asked for a photo. It's, I think, to nearly every person, you'd be thinking, first of all, we're at a hospital. You know, everything alright? Why is he here for? And if he was with his wife as well, and obviously it's like, come on, what the hell are you doing? But like you were saying, you could be at restaurants, you could be anywhere, and people just come up, and like I said, this day and age with mobile phones, you can literally just take photos, record, and do all that stuff. But it's sad to see, though, that these people, you can see the CCTV cameras around this house. You're going to see them. But then when you pull up and everything else, and like I said, you know, later on, you saw the black BMW reverse back trying to get out of the camera's way. So obviously they saw the camera and they go, we'll reverse back. We'll go back a bit more. And it's like, we're here. You know, there's voice, you know, you're going to hear everything. But no, I think we'll stay. You're literally enticing someone. That's exactly what it is. You are harassing someone. Nah, we're gonna stay here. And the way that she acted as well, obviously, because we saw it in the CCTV footage, that's something like a 12 or 14-year-old teenager would do. You know, like here in the UK, they're called chavs. And it's like, oh, I think you should go away. You know, you're outside. No, it's a public path. I'll stay here if I want to. That's how they act. No, we'll stay. And it's like, you're literally harassing someone. And you think that's fine. But God forbid that it comes to your house. Oh no, you can't do that to me. But again, I'm 100% with Eddie on all of this. And as we said, the majority of everyone is actually on Eddie's side, which is absolutely amazing. And I've just seen this now. So, this is 19 hours ago. Callum has since released a YouTube video giving out my full address. He's also said my house should be a tourist attraction like Disneyland and to expect it. I should move house. He's defending his actions, saying it was only 8:30 and not 9, and also said he didn't beat us on or harass the house anyway. Here's the full uncut CCTV footage with audio for this incident for the people that care to see the truth, and it's actually way worse than I thought. Beeps their car horns 27 times. Calls my dog's name 5 times. Rude, oh my god. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, this is it, exactly. These lads are looking for a reaction. Oh my days. Yeah, Mike Tyson by you. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Yeah. This is nuts. You got someone by you. As someone who lives within 200 meters of Eddie's house, I would like to say please do not come around here harassing us. There's no excuse for behaving like this towards Eddie or any member of the neighbourhood. Do not block our roads. Do not block our drives. Do not harass our neighbours, whether they are as famous as Eddie or just retired old lady nearby. Just because he is famous does not give an excuse to act this way or intimidate his family. Wow. Like this guy said, but it's actually said that Eddie has to clear his name just because this bunch thinks his house is some sort of amusement park. And with them saying literally it's insane. You know, it's my house should be a tourist attraction like Disneyland. Let's have a look at this, shall we? This is 18 minutes and 53 seconds. There we go. The full lot. Got all the audio. Yeah, see? Oh my days. These people, I'm telling you, This Callum guy as well, he must be one of the most insecure people ever by the looks of things, especially with the way his wife's acting. But yeah, this is absolutely not right. I will leave the link below for you folks if you want to go and watch the full uncut CCTV. But yeah, this is just insane. There's no way these people should be allowed to do this. And, you know, if they've got the police involved, Eddie should get him involved because he's got all the CCTV. And now with this guy going online as well and saying all of this, releasing his home address as well. It's like, dude, you just doxed someone. You can get sent to prison for that for a minimum of 18 months. Add on the harassment, add on everything else. Filing the false police report as well. Oof. Callum, it's adding up and you don't have anything to prove that you are in the right. You just don't. But guys, like and subscribe. If you are new around here, click the ding dong as well. And I will see you soon.